Welcome back, everybody. This week we'll cover March 24th to the 28th. It's still the single TopstepX Combine, and this week I decided to put the song at the end of the video. So if you're only here for the song, just skip to the end and you can listen to it. Let's take a look at the first day of the week, March 24th, Monday. Alright, so on Monday I was still following my previous strategy where I go short when the RSI smooth crosses the center in hopes that momentum or that this signal is signaling a momentum change. In this case, I totally missed my entry here because I was looking at the NQ chart instead of MNQ. Uh, but luckily price came back up to where I wanted to enter, so that's where I did enter. I wasn't super confident about it because, as you can see, price is going up the entire time, which maybe should have been a clue. I don't know. I stuck to my strategy is all I can say. Um, but yeah, I entered and it knocked me out for a loss of 20 points. So a loss of $200. Now let's look at the next day, March 25th, Tuesday. All right, so here I was also following the previous strategy. At this little orange circle here, I got my signal. Luckily, I was paying attention and I was able to enter basically right on time. So I have my 20-point stop loss and my 100-point take profit. And to me, this one seemed a little reasonable because we have these two little levels here. So I thought there was a good chance that price could get just before the end of that um, the end of that level there. But again, I wasn't super confident because price has been was kind of going up until that point. So what I did was I entered my trade and then I closed my window and I came back like 30 minutes later at this little orange circle here. And I was like, great, we're about halfway there. So then I closed the window again and came back later, about 12:30 or so. And at this point, I just wanted to close the trade and be done with it and move on. But I convinced myself that I needed to stick with my strategy and let the trade play out. I was also wondering about maybe moving my stop loss to break even. In this case, I I guess I would have been stopped out here the first time I checked and moving price to break even. I decided not to because I have not done that yet for the strategy that I'm using. So I left it, but unfortunately, when I came back and checked again later, price had hit my stop loss. So I was out. But luckily, as I mentioned here, I had my practice account selected instead of my combine. So basically, from a combine perspective, this whole day was just nothing, no trades. March 26th, Wednesday. All right, so here's where I deviated from the previous strategy that I've mentioned, where I use the RSI smooth. Here, I wanted to do a little bit more of a price action sort of thing. So I just had a 50 EMA and 100 EMA to kind of help me quantify where I could enter on a pullback. So I started my session here, um, and I entered when price pulled back to the 100 EMA. I went for 20 points or a 20-point stop loss and a 40-point target because it coincides with this level here. Price pulled back and hit my stop loss, so I was out of that trade. But then price came back and pulled back to the 100 EMA, so I went short thinking that price was going to continue down. But this time I was not confident on the second trade because I only went for 20 points, basically just to cover this loss. Originally, I was thinking I would go for this level here, which would have been, I think at the time I took a look, was like about 50 points or so. But I only went for 20 points because I wanted to cover this loss and kind of reset. But I should have committed to my plan because that would have been nice. Anyway, then I got to my third trade of the day, which was the low of the day. I went long off the low of the day, thinking it may bounce, but it did not. It just went straight through and took me out. And so then I thought, hey, the low is broken. Let me go short. And so I went short and price bounced back and hit my stop loss. I had a 10-point stop loss here. So altogether, I lost about 25 points. Not too bad, I guess. Just limiting my losses there. All right, next day, March 27th, Thursday. All right, so for this one, I've got a couple different slides here, just the two. So again, I was kind of doing price action here. I went long when price hit my EMA, thinking price was going to keep going back or keep going up, but price hit my stop loss, so I was down. Um, and then I just waited just to see what price would do. At this orange circle here, I meant to go short, but accidentally went long. So I exited as soon as I thought it was good. I came out with like $12 ahead. And then I waited again, and price pulled back up to the 100 EMA, and so I went 5 contracts short, and I set a target to the bottom of this range here. Um, but again, just like yesterday, I was wondering if I should go for this level here, a little lower, but I decided not to. I decided to play it just a little bit safer. So I entered short. It didn't hit where I had set my stop loss, or excuse me, my limit order to close the trade, and price came back up to the 100 EMA. So I added, oh, let me go back. So I added 5 more contracts here. So I was 10 contracts going short with the target being the bottom of this low range. So price finally hit it, and I was very happy with that. But I kept the chart open just to see if another trade might come my way. And I saw price drop and drop and drop, and I was like, oh, the pain. I could have been in that move. But hindsight's always 2020. So it's important to remember that you can't see the future. All right, yeah, so later in that day, um, I had seen this move here, and I was hoping to enter here when price hit the 100 EMA, but it didn't quite hit it, so my limit order never got hit, and then price left me behind, which was kind of sad. So I think this trade here, I said momentum seemed pretty good, so I joined the move, but I think also it was a little bit of the fear of missing out. So I was like, okay. So I entered long, and it did go my way for I think like 20, 25 points or so. But I was heading for the top of the little range over here, so it pulled back and knocked me out. So I was basically back to zero. And then I waited for a pullback to the 100 EMA going short. I got it here, and my target was here. And price came back up again to the 100 EMA, so I added 5 more contracts, and with the same target of this level here. And and then by this point, I just logged out and let my trade ride. I didn't want to open up the window and like close the trade early or have the window open the whole time and get nervous and close it. So that's what I did. So when the trade ended, I was up nearly $1,000. I think it was like 1,080. I don't know. I totally cropped out the price, or excuse me, the realized profit over here. But that was a good day. And then March 28th, Friday. This was a more interesting day. I think I had too many trades. And it was kind of a bad day. So first, I started my session, and I was going more off of price action. Um, at this point, I still had the 50 EMA and 100 EMA turned on. I didn't have it turned on for the rest of the day. I turned it off later, but yeah, at this point, I had the two EMAs, and so I entered long here with a 10-point stop loss. And as you can see, I got barely stopped out. I wish I had a zoomed in picture actually of this, but it was just like a tick or two, uh, which is unfortunate. So that I was down 10 points here. And then price came back up, and at this point it was also on the EMA, 100 EMA. So I went short here with a stop loss of 20 points, and then I got stopped out. So I was down 30 points, and my first mistake was not having a stop loss of 10 points for that trade, because I always end the day, I'm supposed to end the day if I'm down 20 points. But I wanted to give it more room, so I gave it the 20-point stop loss. And that was my second mistake, was not stopping at down at minus 30 points of the day. I should have stopped here, but I didn't. I felt confident that I could uh, turn this day green, so I kept trading. So here I went long because I saw this little level here, and then I saw this bit of consolidation here. So I was thinking, oh, okay, so I think there's going to be a bit of consolidation here, and then price is going to keep going up. But what I should have taken into consideration was uh, the previous hours of the day, which was a huge downwards day. If you're looking at this day here, um, and so I should have just been short biased this whole time. Anyway, I went long here. And I got stopped out again for 20 points. Now I'm down 50 points, $500 basically. And then I saw this kind of like little bounce there and bounce there. So I was like, okay, I'll go long again. I think I just got in too early. But then I got stopped out for another 20 points. So by the end of this trade, I'm down 70 points. And then here I said, okay, we're kind of at the bottom. I think this was the low of the day. I should have made a note of that, but uh, we're at this level, the low of day. There's already been one bounce, two bounces. I think there's going to be a third bounce, and I think we might reverse again. So then I entered here, and I lost another 20 points. So that's I got stopped out. So that's I'm down 90 points now. And then I went long again after seeing the bounce here, thinking, okay, I just got stopped out by a couple points, and it's going to keep going up. And so then I'm down another 20 points. So by this point, I'm down 110 points. And I even made this note saying, I'm done after this because I was going to quit. But then I thought, okay, let's do one more trade to see what we can do. Because I saw this here. We had new lows on the day, breaking this like 3 touch point level or whatever you call it, just that level there. I'm like, okay, I'm confident price is going to keep going down. We've had a big downwards day, and this level, the low of the day, has been broken. So I just went short one last time, thinking like either I'm just going to blow this account and just get a new one in a couple weeks, and by then I can just practice my strategy or come up with a new strategy that I like better or whatever. So I went short with my 20-point stop loss on new lows of the day, and originally I had a 100-point target. Uh, so I closed my window, I left, I came back, and I had seen I was up. I had my unrealized profit of $700, and so I closed it, thinking it was pretty fair that it basically just put me at where I should have been if I ended after my two trades, right? So down like $300, down 30 points, where I should have stopped. So I ended it there. Um, Actually, I did not see if price continued going downwards to hit my 100-point stop loss. If that had happened, it basically just put me at zero on the day. Um, but I think from a discipline perspective, this is fair. Just closing where I should have closed at I mean, I guess really I should have closed at negative $200, negative 20 points on the day, but um, yeah, that's it. That's my trade for Friday. A bad day because I was not disciplined, and I think there's a little bit of luck involved with this trade. It could have just as easily bounced off again. Um, but yeah, let's take a look at the account and monthly recaps here. So here's March so far. This week, I'm up $125, so not bad. It's a positive week. And for the month, I'm up 340 bucks, so not bad. Basically, just barely eking by. You can see I've just have a couple of wins and mostly losses. I think I just need a new strategy that wins more. I think that's it. Here's my account recap. Since opening the account on February 12th, still pretty stagnant. For the past couple weeks, I've been basically hovering around 1,200, going up, going down. You can kind of see it here, just kind of hovering around that mark. I just haven't broken out yet. My strategies are stagnant right now. You can see my win rate is pretty low since the last couple videos. At one point it was 48%, and then it's gone down since. So I think I should have back tested the strategy I'm using more. But I am happy that the average win is bigger than the average loss. I think that's good. That's it. Yeah, I'm from at this point, I'm really trying to find a new strategy. That's why I switched over to price action. I was thinking I could have a higher win rate and still have my wins be bigger than my losses. So I'm gonna keep practicing on that. It's not gonna be a huge deal if this account gets blown. I mean, it's just like $50 a month, right? It's a basically like a practice account. Just you have the chance to make some money if you find something that works. So yeah, those are my plans. All right, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this song that's coming up. Have a great day.
In the heat of the grind, we're standing still. The market's cruel, gives me a chill. Charts go flat, no highs to chase, but I see the light, it's in its place. Oh, the future's shining bright, so bright. We'll break the chains, we'll turn the night to light. Hold on, hold tight, the stars align. Trading in time, oh, trading in time. Oh, it's a game, we rise, we fall. Count the pips, come through it all. Right now, we're stuck in neutral spin, but wait. Oh, babe, the winds will win. Oh, the future's shining bright, so bright. We'll break the chains, we'll turn the night to light. Hold on, hold tight, the stars align. Trading in time, oh, trading in time. The charts will climb, just you wait, 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 wait. It's written in stars, it's on our plate, plate.